rocket fuel.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. And this will be a... Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Bell. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Wilson. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
This is fielded inside the 5. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
On the ready. Check that with Mike 52 right here. Coming to you, coming to you. Check 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike. I got him. 52 to Mike. Watch Mike. Ready, go.
Throwing on first down. Cruz. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down. It's Paul. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 33 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to throw. Cruz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
He'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Wilson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass. Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
After the sack on first down, Wilson. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, Wilson looking deep for Gabriel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Shaq taps it, making his presence felt on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
At the 27-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football.
Brings up third down.
Switch up, switch up.
On third down, here's Bell. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Kyle Rudolph there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And an alley to run. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
This is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Goodwin, 44 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Oh, this is blocked. Well, the Titans pick it up. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Cruz now, off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Cruz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Cruz operating from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's get off the field.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. Odell Beckham, 68 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now this time he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Cruz. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
Cruz from the gun. He'll throw. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Here's Cruz off the play fake. And He'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
That's caught. It's Thomas. 23 yards the pickup there. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, it's...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Antonio Callaway there to make the grab. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust?
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Get ready. Get ready.
Now Cruz to throw. Back to the air on second down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And Ingram hauls it in. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the curl, watch the curls. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. Smoke. Here we go. 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Ready, go.
Cruz now on 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Big hit.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2nd and 5. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
3 bud.
From the gun, Cruz. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now Cruz throwing on 1st down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
You gonna take Chopper. Go.
Operating from the gun. Cruz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half-2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you up.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Cruz on 1st down. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's go, baby. They turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Echo. Let's go, D. Big shit. Ready.
Here's Cruz. Operating from the gun. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover it? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Charlie. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Ready, go.
Now Cruz to throw on 3rd down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Goodwin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll go again with Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
Back at the 27.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Wilson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. But they needed a break. They needed to make... a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 52.
Cruz now looking to throw on 2nd down. And Diggs has it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Indianapolis.
65.
Off-play action. Cruz. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Cruz. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Go.
From the gun, Cruz. And he's able to find Diggs. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to...
down. It's Bell. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, Drake. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Bell. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Bell. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, Bell. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Paul, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Colts on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Indianapolis, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.